Kaylin, are you ready? Thank you. All right, let's start. Good evening. Let's come to order, please, and go on the record. My name is Jenny Lee, a hearing examiner with the North Carolina Utilities Commission, and I have been assigned to preside over this hearing tonight. With me tonight by remote means is the Director of Operations Division, Frida Hilburn. I now call for hearing docket number W-1263, sub 4, in the matter of an application of JPC Utilities, LLC, or JPC, or I may refer to them as the company, for its authority to increase its rates for water and sewer utility service. On August 2nd, 2023, the company filed its 30-day notice of intent to file a general rate case application pursuant to the Commission Rule R1-17A. On September 6, 2023, the company filed an application with the Commission seeking authority to increase its rates for providing water and sewer utility service in its service area in Guilford County, North Carolina. The company states that JPC only serves commercial customers, and at the end of the test year of December 31st, 2022, JPC served a total of 67 commercial water customers and 58 commercial sewer customers. On October 3, 2023, the Commission issued an order establishing general rate case and suspending rates, which declared this proceeding to be a general rate case and suspended the proposed new rates for up to 270 days, pursuant to NC General Statute 62-134 and 137, respectively. On October 20, 2023, the Commission issued an order scheduling hearings, establishing discovery guidelines, and requiring customer notice, which is the scheduling order. On October 27, 2023, JPC filed its certificate of service, indicating that customer notice had been provided as required by Commission's October 2023 order. On January 4th, 2024, the public staff filed a motion to cancel the public witness hearing scheduled for January 17, 2024 in Greensboro, North Carolina. In its motion, the public staff stated that one consumer statement has been filed in connection with this matter, which identified concerns with the proposed rates. The public staff commented that the issue set forth in the consumer statement is well explained and can be considered the merits by the Commission. The public staff stated that it is unaware of any other customer protest or comments made in connection with this matter. On January 5, 2024, the Commission issued an order canceling public witness hearing, rescheduling expert witness hearing, amending certain filing dates, and requiring customer notice. On January 8, 2024, JPC filed its certificate of service, indicating that customer notice had been provided as required by the Commission's January 5, 2024 order. On January 17, 2024, public staff filed a letter with the Commission stating that on January 12, 2024, the public staff received a letter from Clancy Ledger, a commercial customer of the company, and accompanying petition appearing to have been signed by 35 other individuals. The public staff commented that based on the postmark, it appears that the letter was received by the U.S. Post Office on or before December 22, 2023. The public staff recommended that a public witness hearing be rescheduled and suggested that the Commission consider holding a hearing remotely due to time concerns. On January 31st, 2024, the public staff filed notice of affidavit, an affidavit of Gregory Reger, public utility analyst with Economic Research Division. The testimony and exhibit of Lindsay Darden, public utilities engineer, water, sewer, and television division. And David Lenz, public utility regulatory analyst with the accounting division. On February 7, 2024, the Commission issued an order scheduling remote public witness hearing and requiring customer notice. In that order, it states that a public witness hearing for the sole purpose of receiving testimony from the company's service area customer. In that order, from sole purpose of receiving testimony from the company's service area customer is scheduled beginning at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, February 28, 2024. The order also states that the public witness hearing will be held remotely via WebEx. On February 9, 2024, the company filed the certificate of service verifying that all affected customer had been served with the required notice as ordered by the Commission. On February 29, 2024, JPC filed the rebuttal testimony and exhibits of Darling Peden, principal consultant with Peden and Perry, LLC. That brings us up to date. Before we move on, I just want to mention a little bit about our remote hearing procedure for the public witnesses' benefit, assuming they are all on the line and can hear me. After introductions, the WebEx administrator will send a request to unmute a public witness caller. The message to the caller is, you are being asked to unmute yourself. To unmute, press *6. Please listen for this message. Once you unmute yourself, please follow the verbal instructions. Please pay attention when we ask for the next witness caller. After you have been asked to be unmuted by our WebEx administrator, I will seek your affirmation that your testimony will be the truth. And then the Public Staff Counsel will go over preliminary questions to get you identified for the record. After you are free to start to provide your statement, and at that point, you will begin and you will have 5 minutes to testify and make your statement. When your time is up, you have completed your testimony. Each of the parties, that is public staffs and the company's counsel, will be able to ask you any question that they may have pertaining to your testimony. Then I will have a similar opportunity to ask you questions. These questions are not to embarrass you or challenge you, but are primarily to clarify your testimony for the record. And to be sure, we understand that what it is you want us to know. After the questions are answered, you will be excused from the virtual witness stand. You may continue to follow the hearing by staying on the line, but you will be muted, and we won't hear you after you have been excused. We are holding this public hearing tonight because we want to hear from you, and your views are important and need to be heard. But this proceeding is in the nature of a court proceeding. We have a court reporter attending with us, and she will take down every word of this proceeding and will later produce a verbatim transcript of your testimony and all that is said during this hearing. You will provide your testimony as witnesses, but the hearing examiner on behalf of the commission is in the place of the judge. And as you are likely to be aware, the judge does not answer questions. Instead, the commission is here to listen. However, if you have questions, Mr. Bernier, who is the part of the public staff and actually represents you all in this proceeding as part of using and consuming public, and Mr. Jules, who represents JPC Utilities, will tell you how to be in touch with them following this proceeding, so you can they can assist you in having your questions answered. And the last thing that I would like to say is about the public staff. The public staff is the advocate for the consumers, both non-residential and residential. And public staff means it's an independent organization, and they have their own experts like engineers, accountants, and attorneys to help them in their representation of the public. Now, will the parties please announce their appearance for the record, beginning with the company, JPC Utilities, LLC.
My name is David Drews. I'm an attorney in this proceeding for JPC Utilities.
Good evening, Mr. Drews. Do you have your client with you tonight?
Yes, Mr. Cook is online.
Yes,
Good evening, Mr. Cook.
Good evening.
Public staff?
Good evening, Attorney James Bernier Jr. with the public staff attorney. Also present with me is Attorney Davia Newell, also staff attorney. Also present is Lindsay Darden. She is the utilities engineer with the public staff. Just like I could provide it up front, any questions, follow-up can be sent to Ms. Darden at, I'll give you a fax number and a phone number. Phone number 919-733-0889. That's 919-733-0889. Fax number is 919-715-6704. That's 919-715-6704. And that's lindsay.darden at psncuc.nc.gov. I'll say it again. It's Lindsay, LINDSAY, period, Darden, DARDEN, at psncuc.nc.gov. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bernier. Thank you for that information. All right, now I'm asking both parties' counsel, do we have any preliminary matter that we need to address before we begin?
None from the company.
None from the public staff.
All right. Mr. Bernier, I understand that we have 4 customers signed up for this hearing. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. We are ready to begin. Our WebEx administrator, John, would you please unmute the first witness, please?
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
May I have your name first?
My name is Drew Lackland, Lacklen.
Hi, Mr. Lackland. Do you affirm that the statement you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Brunel, your witness, please.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Lackland. Can I have you repeat again your full name for the record, please?
Drew, D-R-E-W, Flynn, F-L-Y-N-N, Lackland, L-A-C-K-L-E-N.
All right, thank you. And what is your address?
My business address is my personal address.
The address that receives services from JPC Utilities.
2205L,
Okay, and is that it?
Oak Ridge,
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Suite L, 2205 Suite L.
Okay, is that a business or is that a resident address?
That's the business address for Ridge Shrimp and Oyster.
Okay. And sorry, so that is, you are a customer of JPC Utilities?
Yes,
Are you affiliated with either the company or public staff or any other parties to this docket?
no.
Okay, and are you speaking on your own behalf?
My business behalf, yes, sir.
All right, please proceed with your statement.
Okay, I own Ridge Shrimp and Oyster in the shopping center. I pay about $350 a month for water and sewer, and I use about 16 to 18,000 gallons. I pay for every dollar of supply, I pay $3 for it going down the drain. From what I understand, that it's much more than what the local municipalities charge. Now this would mean that my rate more than doubled. And I haven't seen any cost figures from JPC Utilities on why they need a rate increase. And Brenda, who's going to come out after me, will have more info as to that. And that's really all I got to say.
All right, thank you very much. I had a couple just follow-ups. So you've mentioned the cost. What about the service itself? Have you been okay with the service?
The service works, but for every dollar that comes out of the tap, I pay $3 for it going down the drain right now. And that's going to double from what I understand. And the local municipalities charge much less than what I'm paying now.
All right, thank you. I don't have any other questions.
Okay, thank you.
The company may have questions.
Mr. Juice, do you have any questions?
Just one question.
No.
Can you hear me, Mr. Lackland?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I just wanted to know if you were aware that the cost justifications from the company have been filed with the commission and are available for public review on the commission's website.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Okay, thank you. That's all I had.
All right. I don't have any questions. Mr. Lackland, we appreciate you taking time to tell us what you think about this application and some of your concerns. Thank you. You are excused.
Thank you.
John, next witness, please. John. We are ready to connect with next witness. Maybe there are some technical difficulties because I just learned that we have a new procedure for logging to the WebEx for dialing in the customer. So maybe it takes a little bit longer time to connect.
To unmute, press *6.
Oh,
Oh, are you there?
oh, good.
Yes.
Hello. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes.
Hello. May I have your name first?
Yeah, my name is Clancy, C-L-A-N-C-Y, Conde, C-O-N-D-E, Lejour, L-A-I-Z-U-R-E.
Hello, Mr. Lejour. Do you affirm that the statement you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you. So we will let Public Staff Counsel, Mr. Bernier, kind of walk you through our procedure, because he will need you to answer a few questions to get started. Mr. Bernier.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Lejour. Am I saying that correct, Lejour?
Yeah, Lejour, that's correct.
All right, great. Can I please have you state your full name for the record?
Clancy Conde Lejour,
Okay, and spell the last name for me.
L-A-I-Z-U-R-E.
All right, thank you. And what is the address that receives service from JPC?
Well, I have two, 2205 Q and 2205 R, Oak Ridge Road.
Okay, and are both of those businesses?
Yes,
Okay, and what is the business name at each address?
the at Q was called Oak Ridge, the Oak Ridge Room. It was just an event center. And the second one is Bistro 150, the restaurant.
Okay, and are you are these businesses customers of JPC Utilities LLC?
Yes,
Okay, and are you affiliated with either the company or the public staff?
no, I'm not.
Okay, and are you speaking on behalf of your businesses?
Yes,
All right, I believe you filed a statement with the commission that was mailed on December 22nd, 2003, and filed with the commission on January 17th, 2024. Does that sound familiar?
yes, it does.
All right, and I think there was one page that seemed like it was directly from you on behalf of your business, Oak Ridge Road, is that correct?
Yes,
And there was another, seemed like another mailing, the cover page and about 35 signatures. Was that also from you?
yes,
Okay. Would you like to have either or both of these admitted to the record in this matter?
yes,
All right.
Without objection, it
Oh,
will
wait,
be so identified and received in the record as
yes.
the juror. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to move to have it identified and marked as Clancy Lejour Public Hearing Exhibit 1.
Yes, thank you. Yes, it will be so identified and received into the record as Lejour Exhibit 1.
Thank you. Mr. Lejour, please proceed with your statement.
yes. Well, as the business owner, I have costs to cover. And when I received the letter from JPC with a 114% increase, that just floored me. That's exorbitant, especially since what we are paying now is more than, as Drew said, anybody else is paying in Greensboro or Guilford County. I don't mind that they would need a raise, yearly, but 114%, that will hurt, or that will put some people out of business because they can't cover that because they make so little as it is. And with my business, to cover that cost, I would have to raise my costs to the customers, which they won't sit with, and I will lose customers because that's a lot of money. I'm paying, like same as Drew, about $350 a month, and that'll go up to over $600 a month. That's exorbitant. And there's going to be another talker, Brenda, who's going to give you all the details. But as far as I'm concerned, I just think just for our businesses, all the small businesses, that is just not right to charge that much increase for water and sewage. I mean, I don't think the government would raise prices that high. But anyway, saying that, I would sit with a little increase if he needed it, but I haven't seen his book, so I don't know how much profit he's making off of this anyway. And that concerns me. So I just think that this should not be allowed to increase that much and hurt those our businesses. And that's about it.
Thank you for the statement, Mr. Lejeune. The only follow-up question I have, you've spoken about the cost. How has the service been?
Well, it's been okay, but we paid a lot. Plus, noted that we have to pay for the grease trap drains, which is another. I think it's $400 now because that's going up. So, but the service has been okay, but it's not just as my home service is same. It's okay.
Okay, thank you. Public staff doesn't have any further questions.
All right, thank you. Mr. Juice?
No questions. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Lejeune, I do have one question for you. May I ask how long you have been a customer of JPC Utilities?
It's 2016.
Since 2016. Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
We appreciate your coming out and thank you so much for your statement. There are no further questions for you. You may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, John, next witness, please.
Is there a Conj Lee on the line? Your line is open.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? I just wanted maybe repeat the WebEx, the instruction one more time for unmute yourself. This is probably a new instruction for you. As the WebEx administrator will send you a request to unmute a public witness caller. The message to the caller is you are being asked to unmute yourself. This is something we cannot do on our side. You have to unmute yourself. To unmute, press *6. Please listen for this message. Once you unmute yourself, please follow the verbal instruction. I'm assuming it's Mr. Lee. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Is you asking me?
Yes, hi. May I
Hi.
know your name first?
My name is Connie, but nobody called Jeff Lee.
Hi, Mr. Lee. Do you affirm that the statement you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the
Yes.
truth? Thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Burnell, your witness.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Lee. Can you hear me?
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your full name for the record?
Actually, my full name is Congjin Lee. It's Congjinli.
All right, thank you. And what is the address of the service by JPC Utilities?
It's 2205 Oak Ridge Road, Suite O and Suite N, Oak Ridge.
Thank you. And is that one business or more than one business?
It's 2 units in the one business.
Okay. And are you affiliated with JPC Utilities or public staff?
Yes.
And what way are you affiliated?
I've been have business on the shopping center since 2004. And then the utility bill, I think that's been increased one time before, and then this time increase again it costs a lot. I have family relative business in High Point. Actually, it's my before, my previous own business, and I compare the utility here is way high. And we are the small business, and then also the utility is increased too much. That will cause kind of hardship for our business. That's why we're thinking, is it okay? Like we can stay on the same rate, then tenants will maintain same. That will be a lot more easier. But we don't know why, and the village may need increase that, maybe have cost more to spend. We understand, everything will increase, but not that much, like more than 100% increase. That's way too much, And the part, my business, right now, we cannot open up for dining. Utility bill, right now, we don't have that much usage. But if we open our regular dining, we will use more utility order, that will cost a lot for our business. We're just a small business,
Thank you for that. And just to be clear, your businesses are separate from JPC Utilities. You just get service from them. Is that correct?
Yes. We got service from them, yeah.
Okay. And you're speaking on behalf of your own business. Is that correct?
Exactly, yes.
All right. Thank you. Did you've already given out some information. Do you have anything else that you would like to say?
Just what I just say, I think, because compared to like the same in the Guilford County, like High Point, we have the business there, the utility bill is a lot different. That's what I want to say.
Okay. What is the name of the business again?
For my business in Oak Ridge, it's called China Gourmet.
China Gourmet?
Yeah, China Gourmet.
All right, thank you. And what have your experience been with this service, the water service?
Service, everything is fine. Everything is fine because we operate the restaurant. Is like what the other gentleman say. Like we need to pay like grease check, for every quarterly to that's cost extra to for spend like those stuff. Then if increase the utility and the sewer stuff like that, that will be kind of too much for us.
And the grease trap that you and the other gentleman mentioned, who do you pay that service to? Is that JPC Utilities or some other company?
Some other companies, but we pay through JPC Utility. Every name request, we need to do the grease check, stuff like that, because we're doing the restaurant,
Okay. Thank you. I don't have any other questions for Mr. Lee.
All right. Thank you so much.
Mr. Juice, do you have any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Lee, I do have one question. It's same as the question I asked Mr. Lajour. So could you please let us know when you became a customer of JPC Utilities?
I think since 2004.
Since 2014?
No, 2004. 2004.
2004. Gotcha.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for attending this hearing and expressing your views. And you may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
John, next witness, please.
Is there a Brenda Cheney there?
Absolutely, Brenda Cheney here.
Oh, yes. Hi, Ms. Cheney. Do you affirm that the statement you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I affirm.
Thank you. Mr. Bernier.
Sorry, I was muted and I saw the stenographer waving at me. Good evening, Ms. Cheney. Can I have you state your full name for the record?
Brenda Cheney, C-H-A-N-E-Y.
Great, thank you. And what is the address that JPC Utilities service?
It's mailboxes and more located at 2205 Oak Ridge Road, Suite K.
Okay. And it's one business there?
Correct.
And I think I heard you say mailboxes and more?
Correct.
Thank you. And so your business is in fact a customer of JPC Utilities?
Correct.
Are you affiliated with JPC or the public staff in any way other than being a customer?
I am not.
Okay. And are you speaking on behalf of your own business?
I'm speaking on behalf of my business, and there were a couple other businesses that could not call in tonight that asked me to share their information also.
Okay. Can you share the names of those businesses?
I can. LA Nails, Hot Rocks Tanning. You've already spoken with Clancy from Bistro 150. He asked that I share some of his information. You just spoke with Jeff Lee. He asked me to confirm his stats from China Gourmet. And those are the ones. The other businesses never confirmed with me in writing, so I will not be referring to any others.
Okay. And I think I have a statement here that you submitted, it looks like December 20, on or about December 29, 2023. That's a one-page statement. Do you recall that?
Absolutely, yes.
Would you like to have that statement included in the record?
That will be fine. Thank you.
All right, I move to have the previously filed statement of Ms. Cheney marked and admitted as Cheney Public Hearing Exhibit 2.
Without objection, it will be so identified and received in the record as Cheney Exhibit 2.
Thank you. Ms. Cheney, please proceed with your statement.
Okay, I might want to proceed by stating that it's definitely not Miss. It can be either Ms. or Mrs., but the husband's been around for 35 years. Okay, so I am the owner of Mailboxes and More. It's a small entity at Oak Ridge Commons. And so we probably have one of the smallest impacts with this request for an increase. But quite frankly, with today's economy, the smallest impact is serious for any business. So I took all of my billings and my usage and wanted to compare to what we're currently paying, what the proposed rate would change it to, and also how we compare to other municipalities and other unincorporated areas surrounding us. To that end, I noticed that because we do not have a public restroom, We do not use water in any of our services. We're mailboxes, printing, and shipping. So our water usage, both water and wastewater, is solely a bathroom provided for the one employee who mans the desk. Our usage is usually anywhere from $54 to $57 a month, so it averages $55. So I compared that with the published rates for Greensboro, Winston-Salem, Kernersville, also for Forsyth County purchasing Winston, and for Guilford County purchasing from Greensboro. To that end, I found out that I pay 3 times the rate of what I would pay if my store was in Greensboro. I pay almost 3 times what I would pay if I was in Winston-Salem. Kernersville has a higher rate because it purchases water from Winston-Salem, so I pay twice as much as I would pay in Kernersville. Forsyth County, I pay 1.8 times what I would pay there. Guilford County water outside of Greensboro is the highest rate. It almost is equal, but I'm still paying more with my current rate at JPC. If the increased request goes through, I will go from paying $55 a month to $121 a month. Annually, I will go from $665 to $1,456, which is more than double. That will then make me paying 7 times what my business friends in Greensboro pay, 6 times the Winston-Salem rate, 4.5 times the Kernersville rate. Even the expensive Guilford County rate, I would be at 2 1/3 times what they do. If my store was in Greensboro, I would be paying $355. In the letter that we received, it indicated that this proposal should only increase $144.82 a month for the businesses involved, but that takes averaging all the small entities with the big water users. And the big water users are going to see some substantially higher payments come through. I mentioned to you that several of the businesses had sent me their billings and asked for me to give them input. So, China Gourmet that you spoke with Mr. Jeff Lee, and he mentioned his usage is very similar to mailboxes. His will double. He'll go from $85 a month to $184 a month. And that's just in one of his units. I only did the one that has the greater usage. He will go from $1,023 a year to $2,210. So once again, he will double. Hot Rocks Tanning, they have a public bathroom and they use water for their services. Currently, their monthly is about $143 and their annual is $1,700. They're going to go to $306 per month and $3,676 a year. Once again, over doubled. That's almost $2,000 more a month. In Greensboro, and I understand there's a difference between Greensboro and municipality. I'm only doing these for comparison. In Greensboro, they would be less than $1,000 a month. Clancy's Restaurant, Bistro 150, is a full-service sit-down restaurant. They're currently paying $283 a month, and the new rates will see that go to $600. The annual usage is just under $3,400, and that's going to go to $7,220. So that's $3,800 more annually for the same service. I don't think anybody's had an issue with the service, but for the same service, that's a substantial increase. LA Nails, a nail salon, their current rates are $363 a month. They're going to see that go to $771 a month. Their annual is $4,350, and that is going to go to $9,250, almost $5,000 more. As a resident of Oak Ridge, I hear the residents of Oak Ridge complain about the high prices. The Commons is the only shopping area for Oak Ridge, and I hear them complaining, and I try to explain to them that the costs have to mirror what we are paying. The issue that we're having is not the service of the water, but that our current rate is way higher. We are currently paying 2 to 3 times what other municipalities are paying. This proposed increase would move us up to 6 times or 7 times Winston-Salem in Greensboro, and that's why we are asking that this increase not be allowed.
Thank you for the statement, Mrs. Cheney.
Thank you.
And you answered one of the questions that I was going to ask about the service. When did your business become a customer of JPC Utilities?
Mailboxes has been there for a while. We purchased it and began running it in August of 2021.
Thank you. I don't have any further questions. I don't know if Mr. Drews or the hearing examiner does.
No questions, thank you.
Thank you. I don't think I have questions for Ms. Cheney. Thank you so much for providing very detailed information, and thank you so much for your comment tonight. If you don't have any other information to provide, and you may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Again, we appreciate all customers taking time tonight and share your thoughts concerning this proceeding with the commission. Please note that the customer may follow the progress of this proceeding on the commission's website, www.ncuc.gov, using docket number W-1263 sub 4, which was noted on your customer notice. The transcript of today's hearing will be on the website once it is completed. If there's nothing further to come before the commission tonight, we will be adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.